This is the Bugs B2c MJX. It's a great machine, and I've did a couple of mods on it. One of the first mods I did was to put some extension legs here on so I could carry a gimbal and a camera. Luckily, where I discovered that these things also act as shock absorbers. When this thing comes down hard, these simply absorb the shock great. And the second modification I made to this was, I thought to myself, I'll get some of those folding propellers because they look cool and they take up less space in your bag. So this is where I got these guys here. Now then, do these fly the same as a regular straight propeller? Well, let's find out. Well, these are brand new. I've got four propellers, 4 white, 4 red, and 4 black. So I'm going to put these ones have been modified. I'll tell you in a minute. I'm going to put these the black ones on, and it's great because they come with a nuts to keep the propeller in place, even though you've still got the original ones. I'll show you how that worked out. And the first thing to do is you look at your propeller and you've got to figure out how to loosen or tighten these nuts on the top. 2 are left-handed screws, 2 are right-handed screws. The way to tell is you look at the leading edge, which is pointed upwards in relation to the back edge here. So it's pointing that way, it means it's turning that way, right? That makes sense. So it'll turn against this, so it'll make it tighter. So to loosen this guy here, if that's going clockwise, to loosen it, so to loosen this, you just turn it clockwise because that is turning clockwise, see? So there's one, and this one is the same shape as that one. Insofar as, I'm sorry to keep going on about this, but the leading edge here has to be the same as that leading edge. Whoop. has to be the same as that leading edge. Can you see that? If you hold this perfectly level, this part here, you'll see that this edge goes down and the front edge goes up, and that's what you call the leading edge. So the replacement propeller is this one. And all you do once you get it on, you just push it in place, and you take this and you turn it in an anti-clockwise direction to tighten it, because it's got what you call a left-hand screw on it. And make it nice and tight, not too tight, but tight enough so it's not going to fall off. Alright. And the way this propeller thing works is, if that one got the leading edge on the left, the next one has to have the leading edge on the right, such as this here, see, on the right here. Okay, so we've got all the black propellers installed. Let's see how these new propellers fly. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. That tells you that those propellers are not balanced. They're like totally out of balance with each other. That's why it flipped over. Time to do some adjustment. Okay, let's just straighten out these propellers here and we'll see how this flies. These feel kind of loose on one side, not so much there. Alright, that looks good, looks good, looks good, looks good. Okay, we'll see how she flies with those new propellers on. Yeah, see? It's like everything's unbalanced. Oh, that didn't work out too well. There's something wrong. Well, it's never done that before. It was just like all over the place, and I suspect that it's what you'd call unbalanced props. Let's fix this problem. So let's take off these props here. So it tightens that way, and that's how it loosens. Wow, the motors feel hot as well. They were working really hard. The first thing I noticed about these propellers is that they're like floppy, real floppy. Now, you're not going to be, I don't know how to balance them if they're floppy, so what I did was I took my wire strippers and just squeezed on the rivet that holds the propeller to this main area. So it's just a little bit tighter, so it's not wobbling around. So you just give it a little bit of a squeeze there. Same on the other side. I don't know what the material is, but it seems to work. Okay, so once you've got it like that, you'll take something that holds a screwdriver that will go through the hole in here. So what I'll do is, I've just got a little helping hands thing, but that's my screwdriver. I'll put that in there and try and put this kind of horizontal, the blade of the screwdriver. When you put it on, look what's happening. It's obviously heavier on that side, so I'm going to have to put something on this side to counterbalance the weight. What I'm going to use is some black tape. For the other coloured propellers I used white tape just so it all fits in. So let's see if this works. Just take a little piece of black electrical tape, sounds electrical, and just stick that on there like that and see what happens then. Oh, a bit better. Now then, you can improve the mechanical advantage of this tape if you put it further out on the propeller, like out there for example. See what that does. Here. Yeah, that's pretty well balanced there. So then you just get your tape and you just wrap it around the prop and squeeze it on nice and tight. So there's one blade balanced. I'm just going to do the same with each of the other ones. Then you just take your balanced blade, set it on the shaft there. So, and then this is anti-clockwise, it's just a regular screw, clockwise, there you go. To tighten it in with. That one's, there you go. Nice, there's the first one. Let's see how the second one is. Do the same thing. If that one tightens in a clockwise direction, this one will loosen in a clockwise direction. See, that's true. Yes, it does. Turn that clockwise, it loosens. Okay. Now, once you've got that done, you just set it. You just tighten these clips again. Now, just tighten these little rivets a bit so they're solid. There you go. See how this one looks on the balancing device. That seem all right? That's not bad, that one. No, that's all right. Very, very, very slightly out, but not too much. There you go. I'm going to say that's good. Put it back on. Very good. And that's how you do it. Okay, let's see if that works. Oh yeah, much better, much better. Yeah, that's doing pretty good. The sound a bit different. Yep, the sound different, but it's doing all right. And it's sitting pretty good. Falling propellers, what will they think of next? Well, that's it for the falling propeller story. I'm glad that'll work, and I got like 3 sets of them, so we're looking all right.